Hi folks, my name's Darren and welcome back to another episode of Does It Bass, where we're going to finalise our little series on the Fender range of pedals. So far I've looked at the Benz compressor and I've looked at the mirror image delay. And yeah, they do bass. But today I'm going to combine the other two pedals. We've got the Santa Ana Overdrive and the Pugilist Distortion. But before we go any further, here's the Santa Ana Overdrive and the Pugilist Distortion in a mix of a bit of a rock metal track. The first one of the two we're going to look at is the Pugilist Distortion, which I've already got set up on my little table by here. So the reason this is great is the fact it's got two gain stages, both with its own independent tone controls. And you can either run those gain stages into each other in series, or you can run them in parallel and blend them together. So you've got the blend switch here, and you can blend between A and B. Or you can switch it so that it's just in series. So I've also got a bass boost, toggle on and off, and an overall level control. Now right off the bat I'm going to say this. I don't like this control. Probably because I'm doing it for bass, for an actual bass guitar. I imagine with an electric guitar it would be great, and as a matter of fact when I was recording the In The Mix tracks I found that little switch to be brilliant for the guitar, but not so much for bass. I ended up having to sort of maybe turn the treble up a little bit or the bass down just to try to get it to fit in the mix, and it wasn't so flabby. But I'm going to put that down to the fact that, again, I'm using it with a bass and it wasn't necessarily designed for a bass. But with the bass boost off, it's absolutely fine. Now this thing will give anything from a light distortion all the way up to a really filthy dirty one. So let's go through a few settings. Now, my wife and kids are upstairs in bed. It is currently 11:30 at night. Probably I'm talking so quiet. I've got the mic gain right up. This just picks up everything, so it's probably going to be quite noisy. So I've changed it up a little bit this week. For everything in this demo, I'm using an Agua 51 head and an 810 cab IR from 3 Sigma Audio. Here's what my clean tone is like with the same amp and cab that I said earlier on. And yes, I'm going to be using a pick. There you are. Now let's turn on the Pugilist. I should also mention as well that I've got the Pugilist Distortion in the effects loop of the Line 6 Helix. Got it blended about 50%, so I got some of that clean signal coming through as well. So that was in series, gain 1 going into gain 2. If I take the tone down, this one, turn the gain all the way up, I'm going to put on the blend side of things and just go all the way to gain A without the bass boost. Now I'll do the same on gain B. Turn the blend all the way over, and you can already hear we get some serious noise from it. So yeah, that bit's really noisy. So I'm going to take this gain down a little bit here. Bring this gain down, so I can put everything at 12 o'clock. And I'm going to put in about halfway into the blend there, so we're just blending A and B together. Change it to series, so you got one going into the other. So that's in series. If I take gain A all the way up. And then if I go to gain B, take that all the way up, bring this one down. I'm not a fan of that. Let's put it back on the blend. Let's blend A and B together. Let's take some of the top and put it on there, keeping the level there. And that's my favourite sound in the entire thing. Now just to demonstrate the bass boost. I just find it too flubby. If I put it on, let's say the bridge pickup, however, it's a bit thinner, but it's even less pleasant when we do it in series. I've got to be honest, I'd actually use this, but I wouldn't use them both together, both gain stages. I'd pick one or the other. I'd probably go with gain B, as it's a bit heavier, a bit more drive to it. And if I go to the blend flick the switch all the way over. The only problems with this side is it is a little bit noisy, as you can hear. Turn the bass boost off. Yeah, much better. Much better. You get that really sludgy rock tone out of it without it sort of being fuzzy. I mean, you could turn the tone all the way down. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Nah, keep the tone up. Yeah, but that's the sound I like out of it. You know, I'd rather have one side rather than both blended. Let's have a quick listen to them blended again. I like it like that. Here's an experiment. Gain all the way up, gain all the way up. Put it in series. Ooh, that's noisy. Let me turn that off a second. Now, even without the bass boost, that was just really bass heavy. But you know, I found a setting I like on it. Use it as a setting of forget it sort of pedal, isn't it? Just put it back to that setting. Yeah, that's much better. Not bad. Onto the Santa Ana Overdrive. Just to interject here while I'm editing very quickly, what I did notice on my voice recording is a lot of noise that was only coming when the pedal was on. Now, I've got no idea why this is. Coming out of my speakers and in my ears, there was no noise from the Santa Ana Overdrive, but for some unknown reason, there was noise there on the voiceover. Now, I'm going to put that down to maybe the way I've got things wired up here, but it's not that much of a noisy pedal. But for some reason, that noise somehow translated over to my voiceover. So just bear that in mind. Any noise or hissing you hear on the voiceover as I'm talking, I don't actually think is from the pedal. There's just something wrong here. Back to me. So this is the Santa Ana Overdrive. Now, where it differs from the Pugilist Distortion is the fact that it's got a 3-band EQ. It's got 2 voicings, A and B, but the interesting thing is it's got a drive boost on there. As you can see here, I've already got it engaged. I'll turn it off for the sake of the demo. Oh yeah. Yeah, I much prefer this one. Much prefer it. This is the drive boost. Let's change the voice here. I like it. Yeah, and let's take the presence and treble down a bit to take the drive, to take the drive boost off. Just give it a light grit. So it's almost as if it's just driving the front end of an amp, really. It's got a nice little bit of grit. Not bad at all. Yeah, nice. But I'm putting that drive boost back on. Yeah. All day. Just put my neck pickup on. I always find it wheel playing with drives. I just want to go hard. It's the rocker in me, I think. Let's give it a bit more low end right there. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. It's a great pedal, and it bloody works. Yeah. And so now for the all-important question. Santa Ana Overdrive, Pugilist Distortion. Do they bass? Kind of. Okay, I'm going to level with you. This is a great sounding pedal. I enjoyed using it, but not for bass. I just couldn't find anything I truly liked in it, and I think I'd use on the regular with this. This, on the other hand, this I would use all day. Now bear in mind, they both have that clean blend under there, but this, it just sat better, and I think it might be because it's got a 3-band EQ, you can tweak it a little bit more in the mix, but much prefer this. That being said, in the mix, the Pugilist was great, and I really liked it in the mix with bass, but this was better. Now, I used these pedals on guitar for left and right, so I think on the left side you'll hear the Santa Ana Overdrive on the guitar hard panned, and the Pugilist on the right hand side hard panned. And the Pugilist did great, but for bass, this is your boy, the Fender Santa Ana Overdrive. So that pretty much wraps up the Does It Bass series for the Fender range of pedals, or at least the ones I was able to get my hands on. If I'm able to get my hands on any more of the Fender pedals, then I will do more review demos, and I will add them to the playlist that I've created for these pedals. I've done this video in a different style to the one I did for the mirror image delay, simply because I didn't like the way I did the mirror image delay. As I was editing it and I put it up on YouTube today, I just didn't like it, I just didn't feel me. This, however, much preferred. So I will stick to this one. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Pugilist or the Santa Ana Overdrive, which one you would use. Head on over to the Amazon link in the description to my good friend Alan from Cadno Music's store, where you can buy the Pugilist, the Santa Ana Overdrive for guitar or bass, and any of the other Fender pedals that you've seen me demo or review. The time is now 10 past midnight. I've had a message off my wife saying I need to wrap it up, which is fair enough. So I'm going to get on with some editing, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye! Ooh.